Hi everybody, welcome to my channel Universal Soul Vibrations. This is going to be the weekly messages for Earth signs for the week of March 25th to the 31st. Please remember these are general messages, so they may not resonate with everyone. If you like the messages and like the channel, please like, subscribe, and share. We're going to start with one overall. I'm going to use the Halloween Oracle for the overall message for the Earth signs for the week of March 25th to the 31st. It's hard to believe it's going to be April almost already. March definitely flew by. Okay, so the overall energy that we got was the Veil card and the Future. So with the Veil card, just looking at the card, it looks like, she has a blindfold over her eyes, so it looks like something isn't being seen. And this card does talk about the future. So let's see what we got here with the Veil card. So the Veil card is the ancient Celts used to call the time of the longest night of the year Samhain. They believed that there was a misty veil that separated the world of the dead and the living, but on 2 nights of the year, Samhain and Beltane, the shortest night, that the veil would thin. The fineness of the veil meant the ancestors were closer than ever, and even the gods would be close. This would mean that communications from the dead were more likely to occur and that divination would be more effective. So while using this oracle as the veil lifts, know that the other worlds are close. Listen in particular to what message may come forth around your future. Look to what you want to happen, plan, set intentions, and think big. Okay, so with this card coming up around your overall energy, it's telling me that, there's either ancestors or your guides or even your intuition is trying to tell you something this week. And it's time for you to really, perk up and listen, Earth signs. And it also talks about, making plans, setting intentions, but we got to think big this week, okay? We got to think where we want to move to in the future. All right, I'm going to pull one card for the beginning of the week, one card for the middle of the week, and one card for the weekend from the Alice in Wonderland deck, and then we'll do a full spread. What is the message for Earth signs for the beginning of the week of March 25th to the 31st? What is the message for Earth signs for the week? Okay, we got Believe, which fits very nicely with the Veil card. Strange Encounters for the beginning of the week. We got Set Your Course for the middle of the week, which goes along with the message of the Veil card to plan. Because the Set Your Course card talks about, having a plan and going in the right direction. And what is the message for Earth signs for the weekend? And then Becoming Braver. All right, so let's talk about the Believe card, okay? That's the card you got in the beginning of the week, Strange Encounters. Okay, so the Believe card talks about meeting people who are very unlike people you have met before, because it talks about strange encounters, mystic events, and peculiar experiences. And what did the Veil card say? They said that, your ancestors may be around you. There may be people from the other side trying to send you messages or get in touch with you, and you need to pay attention. So this card talks about the same kind of the same thing. Interacting with different cultures, customs, and belief systems. Mystical encounters with elemental beings who interact with you. Finding they are just as real as you. Discovering new places, environments, even climates that are different to any you have experienced before. Something unusual that is most decidedly as real as you are. Okay, so you're definitely going to come into encounters in the beginning of the week with things that you haven't normally encountered in the past, is what I'm getting from this. And new things, new places, new environments, new people, and just listening to what's going on around you, because this card also, signifies that you may, someone from the other side may be trying to send messages to you, but you just got to pay attention. The middle of the week, we got Set Your Course. And the Set Your Course card talks about know where you wish to go, have a plan, and the right direction. Okay, so this card is asking you to make a plan, figure out where you want to go with it, and what you want to get out of it. And, this card is solely talking about know where you wish to go in life. So it's asking you to set goals, you could possibly write a wish list of what you want to do, and realizing that you can bring your dreams into reality, but you have to believe that you can, because the believe card came out right before that. And you also need to know what you want to do, how you want to do, and how you can create it. So it's time for you to make that plan and believe that you can execute it and start to move along in the path of that plan. For the weekend, we got becoming braver, resilience, experience, growing stronger, and a fresher perspective. Okay, so by the weekend, it looks like you're going to be gaining a different perspective on something. Maybe you thought that one thing was the way you wanted to go, but then when you really sat down and thought about it, or you listen to those messages that are coming in for you, you realize that you need to go in a whole different direction. But the becoming braver card talks about you've been tested, the development of strength and resilience through the courageous meeting of challenges. So yes, you've been facing some challenges, but it's made you very resilient and very strong, much stronger. The demonstration of great character, the acknowledgement of how much you have learned, the ability to cope with so many little things due to a great ordeal endured with grace, dignity, and humor. Testing times show true character. Okay, so this card says that either you may be tested this weekend, or that you've been being tested, and now with that test coming through, you've become more resilient. You've gained the experience from that test, and it's given you a new perspective and made you grow stronger within yourself. All right, let's do the full spread. And at the end of the full spread, I will pull a few cards for each sign. 3 for Taurus, 3 for Virgo, 3 for Capricorn. Just take a drink. I'm not feeling that great today, so. Get some shuffles here, and then we'll split. And the King of Wands. Okay, so we got the Knight of Swords in the middle of this, and with the Knight of Swords, if you look at the Knight of Swords, something's coming in for you very quickly. And swords are about intellect, usually gaining clarity about something. But it's definitely moving in very quickly. And if you look at the Knight of Swords on that horse, he doesn't have any fear about anything, okay? And he's very excited to move on in his adventure. But this card is also saying it's time for a need for action around something. And, you know, there's communication, new ideas, a change. So there's definitely something coming in very quickly for you. But I'm feeling with the Knight of Wands next to this, whatever's, you're feeling very defensive. Almost, I feel like you're resisting it. See how she's standing in front with the wand up, like, you know, she's got that defensive mode. So something's trying to come into you, and you need to take action on it, but you're kind of fighting it. You're standing there in that defensive, you know, I'm not budging, I'm not moving. And with the King of Wands on the other side, you know, Wands energy is all about passion. It's about that spark. But it's also, he's, you know, the King of Wands, he's a leader, he's a shaker, he can do it all. But, you know, he also is telling you need to have enthusiasm and energy to help you achieve whatever the goal is that you want to meet. So, you know, the King of Wands is asking you to move out of this defensive mode and be passionate about this new thing that's coming in, rather than being in this defensive mode and saying, you know what, I'm not doing this. Because change is coming whether you want it or not. So the King of Wands is asking you, you know, take a look at it and try to be that mover and shaker, accept the new thing that's coming into you. Okay, Queen of Cups. The Five of Cups. Okay. So with the Five of Cups in the middle, you know, she's sitting there looking at the cups that have spilt over. This is the card, you know, don't cry over spilt milk. But there's still 2 cups standing. But she's too busy looking at the losses. So this card represents, you know, feeling some type of loss. Not being able to see the cups full. Not being able to see what's around you that is still there. The cups that are full in your life. You're having a hard time with that because you're too busy looking at what's not there any longer. And that may be what you're standing in defense of, is that, you know, you're too busy looking at those empty cups and you're saying, I'm almost hearing like, you know what, this new thing that's coming in with the Knight of Swords so quickly, I'm almost seeing like you're saying, I'm not really deserving of this. What I deserve is these empty cups, and you really need to get yourself out of that mode and stop looking at things with the cups empty and look at the ones that are full. The Queen of Cups, she is there to, you know, the Queen of Cups is very, very intuitive. But, you know, look at her. She's looking at that cup and she sees the fullness in that cup, okay? And this card is asking you, be that Queen of Cups. If you look here, you see, you know, the gold dripping down here. I'm just looking at the pictures on the card. She's seeing the abundance that's in her life, and she's seeing the fullness that's in her cup, and she's drinking it and she's taking it all in. And this is what you're being asked to do. You're being asked to stop looking at this and look at all the good things that are in your life, and the abundance that's around you, and that drink from the full cup. Don't drink from the empty ones. Don't allow the empty ones to be the ones that fill you up. Allow those cups that are still standing to be the ones that can fill you up. Because when we get in this place where we just keep looking at those empty cups, that's when we start to kind of fall into the mode of depression, negativity, and it's hard to have um, your plans, your desires that we talked about with all these cards come in when you're kind of in this place of loneliness and depression, and the woe is me, and life sucks, and you know it doesn't. You still got two cups over here that are standing up. And with the Five of Swords, this Five of Swords card is a bit different than the rest of them. I see this Five of Swords card as you got the five swords floating in the sky with the moth down the bottom of it. This Five of Swords cards to me looks like it's time to clear the air. So maybe there was some type of loss in some type of relationship that you had with someone, and that's why you're looking at those empty cups, because the two of you are kind of estranged from each other right now. But the Five of Swords card is, saying it's time to clear the air with that person, and look at the good things that you brought to each other in a relationship. And I'm not necessarily talking about a romantic relationship. But this card, the traditional meaning of the Five of Swords card in this deck is that, there was some type of defeat. You're feeling humiliated and embarrassed, and that someone still has control over you, but it's asking you not to give up, okay? You just need to shift things around and look for more possibilities, and allow a new perspective and a breath of fresh air to come in with this card. And I think that coincides with the Queen of Cups too. These two cards, both on the outside, are asking you that you need to move out of this Five of Cups energy, because there is something new coming in for you. There is, and it could be a new perspective, because it's a swords card. Got the Two of Cups, the Tower, and the Six of Swords. So the Tower card, a lot of people don't like to see the Tower card, but the Tower card sometimes is an awesome card to get. Most of the time it is, because it's the universe stepping in and saying, you're not going to take care of something, so we're going to take care of it for you. And it usually puts you in a different, on a different path, in the path that you're supposed to be heading on. May give you a new perspective about something. So the Tower is going to fall whether you want it to or not this week, Earth signs. What you choose to do with that fallen tower is yours. Are you going to choose to look at it like, oh God, here I am sitting in this tower? Or are you going to choose it to, choose it to enlighten you and look within and listen to your intuition and see those full cups that the Tower moment has brought in? And it may not feel that way in the beginning, but eventually you're going to have that kind of aha moment, because it's, it's setting your course. It's making a new plan for you, sending you in a different direction. The Tower card is. And on the other side of the Tower card, we got the Two of Cups. And the Two of Cups card usually talks about a romantic relationship, but it's also a union, a spiritual union as well. So the Two of Cups in this manner, I think is talking about the balance, because this card can definitely represent balance and equality. The balance, sorry, the words aren't quite coming out here. It's the balance of the heart, body, mind, and soul is what I'm getting with this card, okay? So when the Tower falls, that's going to bring this in for you. And some type of equality in some type of situation is going to come in for you this week. And it looks like with the Tower coming in, The Six of Swords is next to that. It's going to be moving you into a place of calmer waters, which is good because it may be moving you out of this Five of Cups state, because the Five of Cups is the center of the reading. I'm just looking at it to see if I get anything else off of this. And what I'm sensing is this is a big message for you, is you need to stop the Nine of Wands being so defensive over, it's almost like you're protective over something that really doesn't deserve your protection, is what I'm hearing. But regardless, it looks like this week that something is going to be coming in very quickly for you. It may give you, it's trying to come in to bring you a new perspective. We got the Knight of Swords bringing that in, and then we got the Tower coming down, because you're kind of stuck in this lost state, which could have you in kind of a place of a little bit of a depression, not really seeing things around you in a very positive manner. So something's coming in very quickly that wants you to move out of this. And look at life and things around you from the Queen of Cups. Look at that full cup and drink from it. And all the, you know, she's got all the coins here, the abundance that's coming from her. Because you have it around you, you're just really not seeing it right now. And it looks like you're definitely finding a balance and equality in some type of situation this week. And you're going to be able to move into calmer waters after a time of, you know, things were a bit rough. And one of the cards actually talked about that. I believe it was the Becoming Braver card. Okay. So I'm going to pull a couple of cards for each sign in the earth elements. Back. So it looks like by the end of the week you are going to move into a newer perspective and a fresher perspective, and find yourself becoming stronger because of some experience. All right, what is the messages for Taurus for the week of March 25th to the 31st? What is the... Oh, I got two coming flying out. Okay, something from the past. Well, there's going to be a transformation taking place this week, Taurus, because you got the Death card right in the center here. And then the Knight of Wands. Okay, so Taurus, you've got the Death card right in the center. The Death card definitely represents some type of transformation coming in. It has something to do with something from the past. The Six of Cards represents past energies. It could be something from the past coming back in, but with this being a transformation, I'm thinking that there's going to be some type of letting go of some type of past experience for you this week. And when you do this, the Knight of Wands is going to be bringing in some changes for you, a lot of exciting activity, forward movement with the Knight of Wands. Could be new job, new home, opportunity to travel, but I think the biggest message of the Knight of Wands is saying it's time for you to embrace the change, and have the adventure and enjoy the journey of this new adventure. So Taurus, it looks like you will be releasing something from the past this week, which is creating a transformation within yourself. and you're going to be headed on a new journey. It could have a lot of passion. And, you know, you're just being asked to try to enjoy the new journey fully. So there's definitely something new coming towards you that's going to, it's going to ignite the spark within you and the passions again. For the Taurus energies. Alrighty, let's see the message that we have for Virgo. March 25th to the 31st. All right, I'm going to take them. He came out twice, so we'll take the Knight of Wands again for Virgo. So something's coming in for Virgo, too. Some type of spark of energy. Exciting new journey. The Ten of Swords. And the Four of Cups. Okay, so Virgo, we have in the center of this the Ten of Swords. So feeling betrayed, feeling like somebody stabbed you in the back. But, you know, this cycle's coming to an end because we got the Ten of Swords. You're slowly pulling those swords out and healing from that situation. With the Knight of Wands next to this, you know, the Knight of Wands talks about, it's about fire, the passion within, the spark. It could be an aha moment. So maybe this week you are coming to the realization that some type of relationship that you were in with someone, they betrayed you, and you're just coming to that realization. And you're feeling very stabbed in the back this week. And you're concentrating, you know, on these Four of Cups. You got three here that you just keep looking at. You, once again, we're talking about looking at empty cups. We had that into the original reading. So Virgo, you're looking at these three empty cups, but there's another offer over here that could be much more enticing, but you're not really seeing it because you're kind of stuck in this energy of the betrayal right now. And because this is, you know, the wands represent passion, I am seeing this as an intimate relationship, whether it be a friend or a romantic partner. You're feeling very stabbed in the back from them this week. Yeah, and we got heartbreak here. We got the Three of Swords, so it could have been a three-party situation for Virgos. Okay? So Virgos, you got a little bit of healing to do this week from the energy of the betrayal, and you know, you're still going to be kind of in that energy of loss and not seeing the cups full and not seeing the new offer that may be coming into you this week. My neighbors, they're so loud downstairs. All right, let's see what's ahead for Capricorn. We got the Magician. That one fell out right away. What is the message for Capricorn? There's your two cards. I'm going to take that one. Looks like there's some conflict around you this week, Capricorn. Did you manifest this conflict? Because the Magician is, you know, about manifesting. Well, this is kind of interesting. We got the Five of Wands in the middle, which is all about conflict. Could be conflict with another. But on either side, we got some really good cards. So is there some inner conflict maybe going on with you guys? Capricorn? And then we got the Magician, and the Magician's about, you know, manifesting what we want in our lives. I think the message here is that you can't manifest the happy life if you're always living in a place of conflict. That's the message I'm getting from this, Capricorn. So are you kind of living in a place of feeling conflicted, either inside or about things in the past that you're going on in your life? And you're kind of living in this place. So you're making it difficult for yourself to manifest the happy life that you want to have. That's the message that I got for Capricorn. Alrighty, these are the messages for all the earth signs for the week of March 25th to the 31st. Have a good week, everybody.